Oh, gosh dang it, my gavel! Come on! What the hell? You knocking over my gavel? No! Let's try this again. Bang, 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 bang. Order in the court. Guess what time it is? I'm your judge, MCZX. This is my computerist thingy. It has all the news on it. And today, this is the Smark Court, episode 2. Order. They stole my gavel and I'm using this stupid Fiji water bottle. Who has my gavel? My blade, my bailiff must know. He must know. He has to know. So, what's up, guys? It's MCZX here. It's Judge MCZX. And this is the Smark Court. It's episode 2 of our weekly news series where we talk about everything that's newsworthy in the world of professional wrestling. Guys, we got 10 things on the docket today. 10 pieces of news I felt that was important. So, let's get to the most important news. As all of you know, Daniel Bryan is cleared to wrestle. Yeah, this is real news. Daniel Bryan is cleared to wrestle. This broke on WWE.com. I did a video on it once the news broke. Listen, this is an awesome thing. At the same time, this is a bit of a problematic issue. And I know some of you are like, "Wow, you're going to kill the hype train that Daniel's coming back." Order. Let me explain. Now, when Daniel retired, that was a tough day for all of us. I hated that. It was 2016. Not a lot of fun things were happening. And Daniel Bryan retiring was not something I was looking forward to. Now, when he retired, if I remember correctly, he went into a depression. He also just wasn't happy, and he was going through like memory loss and seizures and things like that. And we never thought this day would come, but it came. I want to have my dates correct because I don't like saying the wrong date for things. I said it in my review. But 320 comes out of retirement. He went into retirement February 8th, 2016. And it was rough for all of us because as wrestling fans, it's not fun to see one of your favorites go down. Like when Edge retired, that was heartbreaking. That was by far the worst thing to happen. And it's the same with Daniel. Now, with Daniel being back, I don't know what type of style he's going to work now. The reason I say this is because it depends. I don't think he should be as high risk as he used to be. Like, some moves need to be cut. They need to be cut. I'm ordering that they get cut. For example, that diving headbutt. If what he said was true about him having seizures and memory loss and just not good neurological things going on up there, he shouldn't do that move. I would order him not to do that. If Daniel Bryan can tweak his style, kind of like how Austin tweaked his style when he broke his neck, then it's all good. But I don't want us to have a Misawa situation in WWE. You take a simple move and then Daniel's he's unresponsive. He's not moving. He's hurt or he's having a seizure in the ring. Like, that's going to be terrible to watch, but we are not Daniel Bryan's, parents. I mean, none of us are married to him. He has a daughter now. I'm worried about that. I hope, if this is the right decision to clear him and there's nothing wrong with him, according to his doctor, which is from the Dirty Sheets, they say Dr. Robert Cantu, who evaluated Bryan's medical records in February, has stated that he found no sign of concussion-related injuries that would prevent a ring return. This is what he said. Mr. Cantu says, "I evaluated Bryan for a neurological opinion on the return to WWE on February 26, 2018, included his medical records were multiple evaluations by renowned concussion clinicians." Cantu told Newsweek, "I determined Bryan is currently asymptomatic, has a normal, detailed neurological and cognitive neuropsychological examination, normal EEG, and an MRI that showed no definite evidence of a prior brain injury. It's his medical opinion that there will be no absolute contraindication to his return to in-ring action in WWE." Now, if that's the case, Was Daniel was he exaggerating? Or, I mean, I don't want to take his word. I don't want to question his word. I want him to, I believe him, because no one would lie about having seizures after wrestling some nights, or forgetting things, or just not feeling like yourself. If the doctor says he's fine, and it's been a good 2 years since he's gotten in any in-ring action, cool. But absolutely make sure he's okay. I would hate for Daniel to take just one bad spot, and then Daniel Bryan is, looking like the Dynamite Kid. Like, now he's paralyzed, or, dies in the ring like Masawa. I don't want that to happen. I'm really happy for Daniel being able to be cleared and being able to do what he loves to do the most. I'm proud of him, but I just have that little small voice in the back of my head, just like, oh, I hope nothing goes wrong. I hope nothing goes wrong. I hope everything goes well. Like on SmackDown, even the way Sammy and KO were attacking him, it wasn't like full-fledged haluva kicks. Not like the one on Shane. Shane took a complete haluva kick. And a super kick from KO. While Daniel took it's kind of modified version. Like the shoulder got kicked. And the shoulder took the brunt of the super kick. The power bomb, that's another story. But I think this is awesome for wrestling. Miracles do come true. And I just hope and pray that Daniel knows what he's doing. And he doesn't do anything too risky that could prolong, that could end his life. Or, or paralyze him or anything like that. I hope he is fine. And if he's fine, I order Daniel to just continue to do what he does and keep telling us great stories, because I don't want to see anything bad happen to you, man. Like, congratulations, but I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Seriously, man, don't get hurt. So there's that. So that's off the docket. What do you guys feel about Daniel Bryan being cleared to wrestle in WWE and whatnot? I'm sure we're ecstatic, but a lot of us are also worried, because there's more to it than this. From NoDQ.com, our boys there, Mr. Aaron Riff and everyone else. What's going on here? What's going on here? Our sources. What is going on here? There we are. AJ Styles is not injured. So this is just it. AJ returned to action tonight at tonight's live event in Trenton, New Jersey, after missing last week's events due to an injury. According to fans and attendants, Styles appeared to be fine, and he hit his big moves after the match. He danced with the New Day. So AJ Styles is okay. Praise the Lord, praise every deity, praise them all. Thankfully, we're not going to have any issues with our WrestleMania main event that we all deserve, the rematch from Wrestle Kingdom 10. I would hate for that to get canceled because of AJ getting hurt, but thankfully, no problem. AJ may have just tweaked something, or there was just an angle from last week, but they say he's fine. That was courtesy of NoDQ.com. Thank you guys for that. Continuing with NoDQ.com, next thing on our docket, we have a potential superstar has been injured. Now, I'll let you guess, even though there's no one here right now. I'll let you guess. It's a superstar with just one name, and he might be injured. Your choices are Apollo or Elias. Tick tock, 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 tick tock. Time's up. Listen, the person that got injured is Apollo. He may have suffered a knee injury at the Kitchener. What the hell is that? At the Raw Live event in Kitchener, Ontario, I guess. Is that, what the hell is that? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. Wait, I want to know what Kitchener is. Hold on. I don't want to recess. We're not going to a recess. You're going to give me this information. Where is Kitchener? Kitchener, the city of Kitchener. Yeah, Ontario. That's what I figured. Like, why? There's nothing in the United States with O-N. In Kitchener, Ontario, fans and attendants noticed Apollo appeared to hurt his knee and was checked out by officials at ringside. Apollo finished the match but was reportedly limping. So, hopefully, Apollo Crews is going to be fine. I don't like seeing any wrestler get injured. I hope he just tweaked his knee and he didn't really blow out anything like a ACL or MCL. I hope it was just a tweak and he's fine and chilling at home. But if Apollo is injured, speedy recovery, my man, speedy recovery. I order you to have fun, play games, link up with your peoples, and rehab that knee if you are indeed injured. I hope you're not, though, because you have a lot of potential. They just need to give you the ball so you can show them. Moving from WWE, if you didn't know, I think tonight is the Styles Evolved from New Japan. That's on. And New Japan has made it to the New York Times. Yeah, there's a whole article on it, the nytimes.com, about New Japan Pro Wrestling and Mark Cuban's investing with Access TV. I'll put that in the description. That's way too much to read to you guys. We'll be here for a while. And I don't want to read it verbatim. That's what you're supposed to do. You educate yourself, you know. So, yeah. I think it's pretty sweet. New Japan is hitting mainstream stuff. Or I believe Okada was on ESPN. Was it ESPN? He was on Sirius Satellite Radio. He was talking about the show coming to Los Angeles. Like, this is pretty awesome. Like, I'm really proud. I know I can be sort of a hipster sometimes. I'm realizing this about myself. When people start to like stuff that I like, but no. But I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. This is sweet. New Japan deserves to be recognized more than, not saying more or less than WWE, but you need to know that New Japan is also a thing. There's alternatives to WWE. If you don't like the product that's happening now, you can always go watch New Japan Pro Wrestling and have a ball. It's the same with Wrestle Circus and Ring of Honor, PWG. Guys, there's so many different promotions out there. And check your local areas. I'm sure there's at least one decent local wrestling promotion. I know down here we have Wildcat Pro Wrestling, and that's great. So, like, there's alternatives to the product if you don't like it. But it's just sweet to see New Japan in the New York Times. I will definitely link that in the description. And sticking with New Japan, I think this was pretty sweet as well. Kenny Omega wants to make, not Kenny Omega, the Golden Lovers want to make wrestling more inclusive for the LGBTQ community. Kenny Omega has been quoted about, just writing this off the docket. And write this off the docket. Yes, this is pretty awesome. So, if you don't know who the Golden Lovers are, the Golden Lovers started in DDT. This is from Yahoo Sports. .com. Listen, so basically the question was, are the Golden Lovers gay? And a lot of people do assume that, they're gay. They're not. But it's kind of open-ended. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for you to kind of decide. I know in DDT they kind of made it seem like they were, but in New Japan it's a little different. So Kenny Omega said, let people think what they want to think. If LGBT people can identify with our story, if they think the Golden Lovers are my team, I'm good with that. It's the story of two wrestlers who shared dreams on their way up, became fast friends, and are now reuniting at the top of the game. He also stated, sorry very much. He also stated, it's about taking advantage of the moment when you're presented with the opportunity. Omega said, I have a vision for what I want wrestling to be. I was fortunate not to just have the opportunity to show my talents at the right time, and not just have the right opponents, and not just to have the knowledge that the front office has faith in me, but also good fortune not to get hurt in the middle of all of this. I've been blessed to have this chance to make wrestling a little more than what I wanted to be. And he also asked this question. Before all this, though, there were the Golden Lovers, who worked their way through the ranks of Japan-based DDT promotion with a team that played the are they or aren't they gay card. At times, in a less than subtle manner, even the team broke up and went about their individual paths. The duo would make occasional references to one another, whether it was hints dropped in interviews or one using another's moves in the matches. If you don't know the story of Kenny Omega and Ibushi, there was the very first person he met. And yeah, so, but here's the quote that really stood out to me. I think it's important to show in the 21st century that if you're gay, lesbian, trans, whatever, that you should feel just as welcome to be a wrestling fan as anyone else. You're welcome in the space. Omega said, I do get some stupid messages on Twitter from homophobic people, and they're usually WWE fans, which kind of drives things home. In WWE, a gay person is usually portrayed like some sort of comedy act to be mocked and laughed at, and the world's not like that anymore. Everyone should feel welcome to the show. And I 100% agree with him on that one. You should be able, especially if you're part of the LGBTQ community, if you feel like you're not included in wrestling, you know, you should feel like you could go to a wrestling show and not get heckled or not be made fun of for, you know, your preference. I think there's not a lot of, how can I put it? There's not a lot of representation in their community, wrestling-wise. I mean, Darren Young was good, but Darren Young was technically kind of like a comedy act, especially when he went solo. Like, he never really got the chance to do his thing, like, shine like as a wrestler. It was more of comedy sketches with Bob Backlund, and he hurt his knee, and, you know, he got released, which was unfortunate. I think he had a lot of potential, and they did not allow him to do that. Since there's not a lot of representation and people don't like that, if people don't like the Golden Lovers, you know, they could go piss off. Though that's a great group, and I think if you can include everybody into professional wrestling, that is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm all for inclusion. I'm not for, like, some BS just because, well, if they're gay, I can't support them. I don't care. They're wrestlers. They're wrestlers. I don't care what they're doing in their, you know, personal lives, because I'm not a part of it. I'm not in their lives, dude. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should only feel invested in stuff like that if you're the one that's partaking in what's going on behind closed doors. If you're not, then what the hell are you so obsessed over? Like, just let people have their things, you know? Let them have fun. And if people from the LGBT community can get involved in wrestling because of the Golden Lovers, well, so be it. I'm all for it. That's better than, you know, spreading more hate, spreading love, and it's leaving it open-ended. So if you feel uncomfortable because I think it's gay, I mean, it's not really gay. No one said anything yet. And I know there's a lot of people like that around the world, just like, oh, I can't like Kenny Omega no more, he's queer. I'm like, dude, this is, where are you getting off at with this? What is this? Relax, bro. Like, no one's coming for your ass. Like, yeah, look at it like that. Like, no one's coming for you, bro. Like, you're not that important. When you realize you're not special, the better life is sometimes, you know? You gotta realize that. And if you don't, life's gonna suck. But this is really nice that Kenny's trying to include everyone. I'm all for it. I hope that if they have another gay wrestler in WWE or elsewhere, they're not treated as making him great again, or just I'm just this dude. Like, let them be a wrestler, you know. And it's really all I have to say about that. Link will be in the description for the whole article if you want to read it. Coming up, I don't think this is really news. The Dirty Sheets reported that Hogan's return is kind of imminent. To sum it up, WWE had a talk with Hulk Hogan, and it's not set in stone that he's being brought back in, but it's a maybe to let people learn from his mistake, I guess. Maybe so he could be some sort of ambassador and not be a racist dickhead. I hope if he's coming back, don't put him back on TV. Like, have him do the ambassador role, and that'd be it. Have his little legend deal and whatnot, but he doesn't need to be on TV right now. I think if he returned at Mania, I'd feel some type of way, because, like, I don't know if what you're saying is true, you know, and I don't think we should be around that. Basically, here's the WWE quote. We've had discussions with Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, about how he can help others learn from his mistakes. However, he's not on any contract with WWE. So he's not on a contract, but he's being referenced more. Even on NXT, Cassius Ohno did the entire Hogan setup, the punches, the big boot, and the leg drop. Like, if this is not obvious that they're trying to bring him back. And I don't want him to come back yet. It's like, it's not that I'm mad about it. People do make mistakes, and people do deserve forgiveness sometimes. But at the same time, it's like, dude, he's saying racial slurs and just a bunch of stuff that's not good for the business, not good for the company. You know what I'm saying? And if I was running a business and I let some dude You know, let's say he's just saying a bunch of stuff about Jewish folk or gay people or black people or white people, whatever, and you're just messing up my business. Like, look how my company looks now because I hired you back. Like, that's not good. I hope they just talk, just try to do something, but not nothing at WrestleMania. Please don't come to WrestleMania. No offense, man. It's just, yeah, we don't need that. Next on the docket, this is via WWE. Just two things regarding the Hall of Fame. Paul Heyman is inducting Goldberg. That is on WWE.com. That link will be in the description. That's an interesting choice. Not bad. I thought it was going to be someone like Sting. For some reason, I thought it would be Sting to induct him. But Heyman makes sense because Heyman has been watching Goldberg for a while. And I think he knew Goldberg before he was Goldberg. So that's cool. Also getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, we have Ivory's inductor, and that's none other than her rival, Molly Holly. I was expecting Jacqueline, but that's cool. Molly Holly and Ivory did have a decent rivalry, which was nice. It was pretty nice. I enjoyed that. Also via WWE.com. Link will be in the description. And we're coming to our last two things. This is from NoDQ.com. Shout out to Aaron Riff and the boys. Listen, according to Belt Fan Dan, who's posted inside information about WWE championships in the past, he wrote the following message on Reddit. So this is also on Reddit. As I reported here in August, NXT is introducing a mid-card title. When it was pitched in the creative meeting, it was supposed to be themed after Dusty being the TV champion. Vince hates the idea of a television title, so it was changed to North American. The NXT North American Championship is already finished and in WWE's hands. The belt apparently has a classical look. Trying to get more details. Also, the long-rumored WWE Women's Tag Team Championships are in the works for a debut around SummerSlam. So, there's a possibility this SummerSlam we're getting Women's Tag Team Champion division. Women's Tag Team Championships, I'm sorry. And I don't have an issue with it. I'm trying to see, do you have enough women to have a women's tag team division? You get what I'm saying? The shows are still split at the moment. There's been no official announcement that I can recall about, besides the pay-per-views being joint again, the shows are still separate. Do you have enough women on both shows to have a women's tag team division? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. The girls that don't get featured on TV could definitely benefit from this because they can be a part of a tag team, and instead of them not being able to shine as single stars, maybe they'll be better as tag team competitors. I don't know, but the idea isn't bad. It isn't a bad idea. It's just, do you have enough women to do this? And if not, and you pull the trigger anyway, it's just going to be two teams per show. Like, let's say Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Absolution. Is that going to be the only feud? And for SmackDown with the Riot Squad and Naomi and Becky Lynch, like, that's it? That's all we're going to have? Just those four teams? Or is it going to be one belt, one tag team championship for both shows? So both champions go on either show and defend it. I don't know how they're going to do that, but it depends. It just depends on the timing of it and the build-up. If the build's not good, don't introduce it. If it is good and you have enough women to hold that tag team division up, that women's tag team division, go for it. I'm all for it. But yeah, I sentenced that to a maybe. The other things I didn't sentence, the Ivory and Heyman thing, okay. That's just an okay. Like, yay. The Kenny Omega thing, that is awesome. Sentence that to awesomeness. New Japan making the New York Times, sentence that to awesomeness. Hogan coming back, sentence that to deletion. Just deletion. No. You can learn from your mistakes, but don't throw it all in the face. I know it's been some time, but you gotta watch what you say, man. You can't be saying that stuff and you know you're not supposed to say it. And finally, I'm sending this to one of the deletion. So, last article from NoDQ.com. So Roman Reigns thinks he knows why we boo him. I'll tell him why once I read what he says. In an interview with Peter Rosenberg, Roman Reigns discussed the reason why fans boo him. Quote, I think there's a lot of different things you can chalk it up to. I'm sure Reigns said, in life, everyone wants to see you do good, but not too good. You know what I mean? Once you pass the threshold of doing really well for major success, then I think the questions, possible jealousy come out, and that is when your negativity starts showing its face. But if you're strong in your convictions, and you know you are, you have to be bulletproof to that. Reigns continued, I think it is still a very strong reaction. I have always been that way, though. Before anyone knew who I was, I'm either the type of person which I don't know if it's because how I carry myself, how I talk, but you either like me or you don't. He said, there's not much gray area with me. You're either with me or you don't like me. All right, man. All right. So I'll sentence this to not a deletion, but let me tell you about yourself, bro. So, look, Roman, buddy, listen, my man. It's not that you're doing too well for yourself. This has to do with the fact that creative put you in this spot that you weren't ready for. I want to say maybe 3 years ago. As this guy, the man who runs the yard. We didn't like that. We don't like, I think I speak for a lot of wrestling fans when I say we don't like things being shoved down our throat and on the wrestling shows. We hate that. We hate when you just keep winning for no reason. You get opportunity after opportunity. Like when Cena got a freaking match with AJ, a match at the Chamber for the belt. Like, that's ridiculous. It's not even fair. Like, you shouldn't be able to flex your muscles and you get in like that, you know? I think what we don't like about you is just the fact that not how you carry yourself and not that you're doing well. It's just you didn't do it the way a lot of people would have preferred you to do it, myself included. Instead of going for like the Intercontinental Championship first and you build yourself up and then you get to that point, you went straight to WWE Championship and you held it for quite some time. And then you got the U.S. Championship and did nothing with it as a demotion. That was a demotion. Let's just be honest. You didn't defend that thing. And you're Intercontinental Champion. Not bad. Not bad. But if you would have did it that way first, I think there wouldn't be that much hate for you. I think the company was trying to promote you as the guy everyone needs to pay attention to, but there were other guys that also deserved that spot. Like Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, even Dean Ambrose. At this point, Braun Strowman, like that's like the face of WWE to me. And to say it's you, it's kind of irritating. It's kind of irritating. I don't think it's your fault, though. I think this more has to do with creative, because Roman is a wonderful wrestler. Roman's a wonderful wrestler. I can't say the dude can't wrestle. He knows how to put on a show. He knows how to tell a story. He's good. Is he bland? Yeah. Is the character bland? The character's bland. I'm not talking about Joe the person, because Joe is probably hilarious. But Roman Reigns, the character, is bland. He's bland. He feels like remnants of the Shield. It's boring. It's not like an original character. The big dog just sounds like the Undertaker's old biker gimmick. This is my yard. Like, it's just all Taker stuff. And he's not clever. It's not clever. It's like it doesn't have... It's missing something. You have the look. You have the ability. Your character needs that thing. If he's going to be a badass, he's got to be a real badass, man. Roman needs to be a badass. He's going to be that dude who goes against the authority and everything. Cool. Do that. Do that. The way they tried to tell that story when you were going against Triple H and Stephanie, that didn't work. And that match at Mania wasn't that great. You and Undertaker, that ain't really make no sense. Just being honest with you, man. Like, this seemed all out the blue. I think that's why they don't like you. It's not because you're doing too well. Because I want every person that's in WWE to succeed and do well. That's the reason we watch. That's the reason we, chant so loud for people like Rusev and Ty Dillinger and Daniel Bryan, who hasn't wrestled in 2 years, and it's like it's nothing new. It's like he's just coming back from his sleep. It's like Daniel was sleeping, and Daniel woke up and started doing the yes chants, and y'all still here. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be it. We chant for those we want to succeed. We want everyone to succeed. It has nothing to do with his success. It's just your character is boring. And a lot of people aren't going to say that. He's a boring character. Like, to me, Hiroki Goto and you are like the same person. You're boring, except Goto's character is There's a language barrier there. You know, I don't understand everything Goto does. Sometimes I get he's like a samurai warrior thing, who's really disciplined and can go for hours. You and Goto are quite similar. And I think before I end all of this, another example of someone who you're similar with in New Japan is Naito before he switched up. When Naito was a babyface, New Japan was pushing him hard. It's pushing him hard to be the next top guy, the next Tanahashi. Fans ain't like that. Started booing him. Then he went on his excursion, came back, new attitude, new swagger, and they fell in love with him. The same people who booed him fell in love with him. And I think that will also help Roman Reigns. If Roman went away for a while and came back with a whole new attitude or was a heel or something, we would love Roman Reigns. But this babyface thing is boring. It's bland. It doesn't have any depth to it. No depth. None at all. And that's it. So Roman, I only sentence you to just work on your character, man. Or write better stuff for him, or let him be himself on TV. Let him be himself on TV, and then we can have a wonderful Roman Reigns. The dude's funny. If you see him outside of the ring, he's funny. He's hilarious. He's got a hell of a personality, but the character does not. And when the character doesn't have that, and you're trying to shove that down our throats and push it like it's the best thing since sliced bread, we're going to have a problem with that because it's not natural. It's not natural. We don't like that. Don't force us to like something that we don't like. We don't like Roman Reigns because it seems forced. Cena just is gradual hate because Cena was the guy for years. But Cena's like, okay, he's the guy, but look, he puts on good shows. Sometimes he puts people over. Cena's not too bad. Roman, on the other hand, just do it. You're a company guy. Go do it. You're the person who's supposed to go out there. I just sentence you to work on the character. Not you, Roman. Joe, don't take that personal, man. I sentence WWE Creative to write Roman Reigns a better character. Do something with this character so it's not this bland and not this boring. Give it a facelift. Fix it. If you fix it, I'm telling you, Roman will be the highest drawing guy in WWE. I guarantee it. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Well, this is the Smart Court. This is the Smart Court. Don't mind that word salad you just saw. That word salad was ugly. But this is the Smart Court, man. This is episode 2. We just wrapping it up. I'm dismissing you guys. I'm ordering you to do one thing. Well, 2 things for me. 1, don't miss another episode of this. Don't miss it. If you miss it, all right. It's on the internet, though. Watch it later. Number 2, let me know, since WrestleMania is coming close, we have a week away, what is your favorite WrestleMania match and why? Also, what's your favorite WrestleMania moment? So 3 things. Favorite match, favorite moment. And don't miss another episode of this. I'm your judge, MCZX. You've been dismissed from the Smart Court. I'll see you next time, probably next Sunday. Bailiff, I want to know, who has my gavel? Who has my gavel?